He was the offensive coordinator at Florida. He's a great man, great football coach. Loved working with him. It was a pleasure the 3 years that I was with him. He's a man's man. He's a great family man, great football coach, tough as all get out. And you can see that on the tape. His personality is showing up on the tape. Extremely physical on both sides of the ball, extremely aggressive on both sides of the ball, and that's Steve. He's a high energy, get after it, go get 'em guy, and it's showing up. You can see his personality on the tape.
It seems like your personalities would be a match in terms of what you're looking for in the offense. Is that kind of true, do you think?
Yeah, Steve and I, we had a lot of the same visions, and you want to be physical, you want to be tough, and high energy, and I learned a lot from him. He's a great football coach.
Have you guys stayed close in touch, or?
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm happy that was a job that he really wanted. That's where his home is. That's where his family's from. His son's on the team. He's got an ocean house right up there in Massachusetts, and I'm really happy for him because he's fought up the ladder to get to where he's at, and he deserves it.
So have you been to that ocean house?
I haven't been up there yet, but I know the daughters are getting married, and so I'll be up there, I'm sure. So, but he's terrific.
Unless you put up 42 points, then you might not be invited. You'll take that, though.
Yeah, we won't speak until this thing's over, I can promise you. But he's a great football coach.
Football-wise, I wanted to ask you, you guys had some success in that no huddle, particularly running the ball, but only did it for a short spurt. What was behind that?
Well, we caught him on the ropes, and we have the ability to do some no huddle. Things weren't going well at times, so we were using it sporadically. It's a change up completely. It's a change of pace for us.
You guys are, I think you're last in the ACC in scoring right now.
Not scoring very well.
Do you think, I mean, that's obviously not a fair indication of how the offense is doing overall, but I mean, how concerning is that? Did you expect that to be as much of an issue as it's been?
Well, you knew it was going to be a fight. And the fact of the matter is what occurred on Saturday was the number one objective was to take care of the ball, and we didn't. And we have to take care of the ball. We got one of the best defenses in the country. And if we just take care of the ball, we'll have a chance to win. And the second thing that happened that hasn't happened is we made enough plays those first 7 ball games or whatever it was to win the game, and we didn't. There was ample opportunities to make plays, and we didn't do it. So the two things, the reason we stumbled was you didn't take care of the ball, and we didn't make plays when plays presented themselves. Period. End.
What did you see from the interceptions when you watched them? What did you see?
There was some times that we forced the ball. The one that comes to mind in particular was in the red after the penalty, after we scored in the red. We knew they were a good red zone defense, and we had a great play. The one previously, it was one that we thought had high success rate, and came back with another one that we thought was a high success rate, and they did a great job. They matched it, and we should have put the play on the shelf and saved it for another day, thrown the ball away, kicked the field goal, and those are the ones that just can't occur, and so that was disappointing.
The last 2, would you say that was more receivers not being able to hold on the ball, should have been better touch? What the 2 that got deflected? How did you diagnose those?
There was enough fault for everyone, but the fact of the matter is the quarterback's got to make the right decision. He's got to make great ball placement, and the one that just I can't let go is in the red, just because that's points. And any time that we get down there, we got to get points. And that was disappointing on the penalty, the penalty and the 2 field goals and all that. But make a long story short, that was in the past. It hurt, but the fact of the matter is you either got to learn from it and move along, or pout about it and get your butt kicked the next week. Because the group that we're going up against next week is physical as we played. They're just like Alabama in terms of physicality. They're an in vogue defense, meaning that they are schematically very difficult. It's like kind of like a defensive coordinator prepping for a triple option. Their scheme is different, and they're very, very physical up front, and they're very experienced up front. Those front seven guys have been around. It seems like they've been around a long time, according to Logan, and there's some good. They play really, really hard. If you watched who they've lost to, Southern Cal, Florida State, and obviously Clemson. Those are three of the top teams in the country. And I know USC stumbled, but it's still USC. And they've had offenses had to fight to overcome that defense. So it's going to be challenging, no question.
You guys did a better job running the ball on first and second down this past weekend. Averaged like 5 yards a carry on first and second down. So much of that was Logan carrying the load. I mean, have you kind of reached a point now where it's just however you can get it done?
Whenever you're running the power read and the zone read, it's all dictated on the end. It's all dictated on who we're reading. And they said that they were going to let Logan run the ball and try to beat him up, and that was their take in this game. So it wasn't a designed directly for the quarterback. There was a couple, like the one in the red area. Whenever he scored, that's designed. But there was probably 5 designed runs for him, and then everything else was dictated on the read key.
Logan has had stretches where he struggled in games, and he seems to pull out of it. When he's struggling like he was on Saturday with some of the decisions, are you confident he's going to pull out of that by the end of the game?
I thought he would. I did, and it's just like any great quarterback. If you go outside the box, Peyton Manning when he goes outside the box, Tom Brady when he goes outside the box. And what I mean by that is maybe break a progression rule, break a footwork rule, have his eyes in the wrong spot in a particular scenario. Those are hard to overcome. I don't care who you're playing. And what I think would happen is, we weren't playing particularly well. We had some things just flat go completely against us, and he's just got to stay inside the box and fight through it. And when you go outside the box, that's when normally some critical errors occur. You got to stay within your rules and fight through it, and then the next thing you know, you'll have 2 receivers pop and you win the game. And that's what he's been doing. He's at times, it's been ugly, and at times there's receivers covered and he's weaving through it and throwing the ball away, and then whenever those opportunities come about, he makes the play, and that just didn't happen on Saturday. It just didn't happen.
Derek Hopkins, your new offensive weapon?
He's a load, that's for sure. It's helpful. We have a young fullback who's undersized a little bit, and he's going to be really big as soon as he gets into an off-season program. But it gets a little bit of butt and a little bit of weight behind the block. So.
Do you agonize over losses like Saturday? I mean,
Yes.
Is it worse than, say, the Alabama game, where it wasn't?
Any loss is horrific. So don't eat, don't sleep, and if it was any other way, then you shouldn't be in this business. So.